welcome to episode 2 of Tell Me a Secret. And if you liked the first episode, please give me a like and subscribe on this one. Today we're going over 7 secrets from Reddit from individual users that will not be named. As stated in my previous video, everything will be honest, straightforward, with complete anonymity. And let's just hop into the first secret that we have for you on deck today. My fiance's grandfather always had a thing with dimes. My fiance says every dime he sees, it makes him think of his grandfather. For years I've been putting dimes in random places for him to find. I hope finding them makes him happy. He loved his grandfather so much. I think this is actually a fantastic secret to actually keep for yourself. And even if you did tell somebody the secret, obviously, right? Like, this is actually a very nice thing to do for an elderly man who's just reminiscent of his grandfather, who obviously made a huge impact on his life and therefore kept on a tradition for him and something of remembrance. So I'm kind of guessing, or at least I hope, that his grandfather passed on the trait or skill, or however you want to look at it, of coin collecting, which could be lucrative if you're looking at it in the money sense. But if you're just looking at it as something that is a passion and or a hobby of its own, he's definitely doing this older gentleman some service by helping him out and reliving his memories on his last days of his grandfather, whom he had a great attachment with. Now, moving on to the second secret I do have for you that I discovered. Let's just get into it. It bothers me a little bit just because it's really silly and it makes you think that your partner's clever, but nonetheless, when he's playing certain video games and he gets stuck at a spot, I'll look up the answer on the internet and then vaguely say something or ask something to help prompt him figure out the solution. He doesn't know that I do this and he just thinks I'm clever. I despise you for not letting me figure it out, but the fact that you're helping me out and then pretending like you just discovered it yourself, is slightly infuriating and causes a little bit of a trust issue moving forward, because the whole time I thought you had the answer and figured it out before I did. And you're just over here cheating on the side. But in the same breath, you are helping me. I think this is a hilarious secret. Keep it going. He's just gonna love you more for it. And I think this is an awesome secret to actually have. My best friend's brother committed suicide a few years ago. He sent me a message the night he did it. I didn't see the message until almost a month later. When I tried to open the message, it deleted and expired. I have no idea what he said to me that night and if a reply would have made a difference. I would never tell my friend this. Dilemma to actually be in. Because I don't know if I'd have the courage to say anything, or if I did say anything, I don't know how long I'd wait to say something, which is where ethically I kind of feel torn about this secret, and I don't know if this is something that should be shared or not, because I'm torn about it. I mean, what do you think about this? Is this something you would have divulged? Is this something that you would hold to yourself just because you don't know? What's a word or phrase I'm looking for? You don't know how what the reaction is going to be, or if there's going to be any kind of resentment because you didn't share this information, and because neither one of you know what that message was. It's always going to be an unanswered question for the both of you, which may bring division between the both of you, because if he didn't get a message on the day of his brother's suicide, then that may tear him apart as well. And this is just my perspective. I don't know. But what do you think? I'm more curious about what you think. Leave a comment below. What do you think about this secret right here? Moving on to the fourth secret I do have for you. I find my partner's siblings problematic. Her brother has some sort of mental disorder which led him to abusing both my partner and his sister in the past. The family still occasionally finds very concerning things written about him about incest and violence. Her sister, perhaps as a result of the above, suffers from extreme anxiety. She can go to work and hold a job, but not do much more for herself. I'm not sure she can even cook something simple like a frozen meal. Her parents are in her 60s, dad has memory issues, and mom has a physical disability. Nobody seems to have plans for what to do with the brother and sister to live with them, but I worry that somehow we'll be stuck with them. This is brutal. Good God. Where do you even begin, right? Like, you have a brother that probably has some type of schizophrenic disorder. And or is some type of mental disorder, and I don't want to say assume schizophrenia, so that's my apologies for that. But this is so. Where do you begin? Like, how is there no way? Do either one of the siblings receive like SSI somewhere that they can provide governmental assistance to house their brother because of his mental illnesses? Is there some type of home that they could put him in? I as a significant other, knowing this information, I wouldn't know how to feel or how to go about the intake of two of your partner's siblings, whom both one who can semi-function in society, in the regular world, holding a job and being able to do that, but nothing more outside of that. And then you have a brother who's completely mentally broken and could be has into himself and to others, now being in your household. Like, what do you do? Like, and then what makes this most difficult for me is if I were to reject the idea and or the possibility of not allowing my sibling, whom has family members that are mentally ill and or have mental disorders which incapacitate them in different degrees, to therefore then live with us, knowing of the severities of which they are suffering in one way or another. How do I turn over my house and or home from a place of comfort to a place of potentially chaos and discomfort? I don't know how I would respond. If you have an idea how you would respond to this, and or have any ideas of like, what solution would you bring to the table? What would you do? Like, I really want to know about this, because I'm so torn. Right? There's so many elements to this story, because parents being old, almost at the near end of their road. You have a sibling that's semi-okay, not okay, and the other one is obviously not okay. I'm so stuck here. What would you do? Honestly, what would you do? He has a friend that we hang out with on a very regular basis. We've known him and his family for a long time. The thing that he does not know, and I would never tell him, is that I've known this friend for a lot longer than him. I was the reason our friend's last marriage ended. This was before we met him, but it was a pretty dark, selfish time for me, and I was a homewrecker. This is pretty wild because, God, this is so wild because you're not even providing him the option to leave and see if he would be okay, which he more than likely won't be okay with somebody whom had a previous sexual relations as a love triangle friend, and that he has no context of or even knowledge of even having the partial knowledge of them remotely dating, speaking at any point in time, and now knowing that she ruined or they ruined his marriage because she was the homewrecker, and now she's in a relationship with this gentleman that doesn't know that she homewrecked this man's home, and he knows that they slept together and wrecked his home, and this man is completely oblivious to it, is so wild. I would absolutely want to know. I know you'd want to know, because I'd want to know. Like, I'd at least want to have the option to bow out, and you're not even providing that to me. I think this is somewhat of a selfish secret, because I don't have an option to leave. You're not providing that to me, or an option to stay. And I think this is pretty... people. This is people. Tell me what you guys think about this one below. The next secret. Secret number 6. We're almost done here. Just hang on a little bit for me. When my husband goes to the pub to meet his mates, one of them will come around to screw me, then go back to the pub. Sometimes another then will come around. They like to share me, and my husband doesn't know. This is so savage, lady. Lady, this is so savage. The fact that you even put this on the internet is pretty wild. But at the same time, I applaud you and thank you for sharing this secret, because we don't know who you are. And it's obviously blatantly honest, which I absolutely love. If you're not happy with your husband, why are you still there? Like, why are you still there? And the crazy part is, his friends aren't even his friends, because if they're going around his back to come play with you, then who's really actually being honest with this man? And if you're willing to actually accept the offerings of what you put out there for his friends to indulge in behind your own husband's back, there isn't much to say about your character either. This is pretty brutal. Whoever put this out here, thank you very much for your honesty. And you as the audience member, I hope that you can respond to this comments as well. What do you think? Where's your... Is she selfish? Is she taking care of her mental health? But we also don't know if the husband has something wrong with him or not. My forethought is that there's probably isn't, and they've been together for a long time. Maybe their sex life isn't there anymore, but still doesn't qualify you to commit such an act of betrayal multiple times with the best friends of your husband, which is pretty brutal. I don't know. Share, like, comment below, please. From all the people that actually put these secrets on the internet, thank you for your honesty. Thank you for your transparency. Even if they are really nice secrets to have, terrible positions to be in for secrets, whether they're secrets of betrayal, I definitely encourage the honesty, and even if it's the worst downtrodden secret in the world, I hope you would take the time to fill out one of the forms in the description below. Share that secret with me. I would never release your identity because I'm not asking for it. I'm not asking for your email address, name, any type of identifiers. Tell me a secret. I want to share the secret and give me the opportunity to at least react to it. If you liked the video, please drop a like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. And again, I'm Anthony, and this is Tell Me a Secret.